Hi, I'm Ray Collier, the Driven Engineer, and today we've got something very exciting for you. We've got a number of people who are active blue light drivers, and we're here at Hariba Myra, which is a closed proving ground, our little secret world, and hopefully we're going to show them what happens when in a controlled environment everything goes wrong. So give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, and hopefully this is an interesting video for you.
So here we've got a lagoon, it's about 800 millimetres deep. We've got a vehicle we're going to drive through with, and we're going to simulate that urban flood environment. Now the golden rule is always, let's try not to put vehicles in water. The risk increases massively the moment we start wading through water. But what they need to understand is in this confined area, so a street or an underpass, you've got very, very different dynamics with a vehicle driving through that water. It's very, very confined, so inevitably what we're going to find is we're going to get an awful lot more water build up at the front of the vehicle, and obviously that reaction wave that's then going to spread out, which could cause damage to properties, damage to other vehicles, and also it's going to increase the amount of effort the vehicle has to put in to get through that scenario. So plan of action here is we're going to wade through this water trough, which is simulating that urban environment. The golden rule with wading is we try and avoid it where possible, and we're going to go through the classic scenario that most people go through if they accidentally find themselves in flood water, which is suddenly this is filling a bit deep and I really want to get out. Okay. So we've got the vehicle configured, we're in four-wheel drive and we're in low at the moment. Okay. And what we're going to try and do for a starter is we're going to pop it into second gear, we're going to move off really, really smoothly and gently, barely any revs, drop down into the water.
So move off in second?
Yeah, absolutely, in second.
Okay.
Once we're in the water, we're going to just be just off idle, so we're aiming for like maybe walking pace, maybe a little bit quicker, and we're going to push a bit of a wedge of water ahead of us and climb all the way out. It is quite deep. It's 800 millimetres, which is actually above the standard wading depth of this vehicle. Because it's been specially modified, we're quite happy with that. Okay. So when you're ready, second gear.
Yes.
That's it. Foot clear of the clutch as quickly as we can. Nice and steady, just off idle as we go in. When you're ready, away you go. So off clutch.
Clutch, I'm off.
Nice and gentle as we go in, and then gently power on about halfway through and see how that wave changes. Okay, now we're going to have a little bit of a panic. We did actually have the traction control briefly there as well. Let's get some power on there.
Really, avoid it if you absolutely can. Yeah. You know, obviously, we're not just talking about my organisation, but across the board. You know, people change to different levels, and what they can and can't do is up for discussion, isn't it? Yeah, up for individual policies. But ultimately, they've got that they need that knowledge, don't they? Just in case.
Did it suddenly feel like, as that wave came up, that all of a sudden it was like a big hand was pulling the car back?
Yeah.
The other thing is, look at where we've got water all around us now.
Everywhere, isn't it?
Imagine if we'd come out through a area where there's shops, how much property damage we would have done, how much damage to potentially parked cars, or even pedestrians. We could have swept them off their feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to be super careful about that.
Yeah, no, anyone could have been walking past with like pushchairs and kids and stuff in there as well, and it would just attack them as well. So that would have been great.
Brilliant. Right, park the car, make it safe, please.
So today I've had a go at the wading trough. That was quite exciting, having the water come up and over. Learning actually going slower is actually probably better than putting more throttle on and going through at a faster pace. That was quite an experience, and understanding that was quite surprising on what you learn from there.
Like anyone, I like to learn, and a real key takeaway for me today is come and experience it, come and learn, actually push your own boundaries, understand things, don't just, you know, listen to the experts, get a real kind of knowledge yourself, because you do not want to find yourself in a challenging situation where you're having to make decisions under pressure. Sometimes as a blue light responder, you've got other factors going on, and one of the big things for me today is actually you've got to hone in on those skills. You've got to make sure you've got those foundations right to be able to then go and do your job. So take the opportunities, learn, speak to the right people, and you know, push yourself to understand more about the world and more about the capabilities of the vehicles you're driving.